Hello, I'm Ash15 and welcome to my first NBA 2K series. This is a game I've played, I don't want to know how many hours of, since 2K15. And I'm super excited to do my first series about it. We are using the Los Angeles Lakers and we're using Professor 2K tweets. Probably insane amount of work he put into roster. Uh, Up to date as of July 13th. So you can see LeBron James is on this team. It's a very young team, pretty athletic, and I'm excited to try them out, which probably means that I won't be using this team when 2K19 drops, but that's okay because I'll probably start with my career, and then as the game patches and I figure out sliders, then I can use a rebuilding team and have fun GMing sort of things. But as far as just like having an interesting team and playing basketball games, I think this is perfect. Um, Complete with storylines. We are using a roster that does not have injuries, so even though DeMarcus Cousins will likely be out at least until December, if not longer, he will be healthy, and part of the reason I did this is because that provides an interesting, not technically an experiment because we're only running it once, but we'll get to see in one simulation how good are the Warriors with these 5 All-Stars. Word of note, you'll notice Marcus Cousins is not a 90 overall like he is in 2K's final 2K18 roster. That's because I felt like it is pretty reasonable that with this horrific injury and the history of people trying to come back from this injury, that it's unlikely he'll come back to himself. And so I felt it fair to dock him. There's some other players with notable injuries, such as Jabari Parker, I think his second ACL injury on the same knee in the last 3 years, Gordon Hayward's injury, etc. I docked Zach LaVine. I docked their durability, but none so much have I docked their attributes as DeMarcus Cousins. I felt like I docked him quite a bit. He only went down 3 points, and I'm like, I feel like that's good enough. That's aggressive enough. We'll just roll with this. I don't want to nerf him too bad, especially because only nerfing some things and not everything, and his hands per se. So that's going to make it difficult. But like some attributes, I knocked by about 10, 12 points, such as vertical speed, things like that. Uh, some dunking attributes, things that require explosion in the forward backward direction as opposed to an ankle like Gordon Hayward, where his lateral quickness got the biggest rocks. So yeah, nerdy attribute stuff. I love it too much. Kawhi Leonard has not been traded, so he's still on the Spurs. And the way we're going to do this is that if a major move happens, and there will be major moves such as Jabari Parker officially signing with either the Bulls or Bucks, Clint Capella, Marcus Smart if they move somewhere. If a major move happens, then I will use MyLeague magic powers to adjust the rosters accordingly. It'll happen mid-season, so it goes. It'll also be interesting to see how the teams affected by major moves change before and after them. At this point in time, Carmelo Anthony is a free agent, so maybe in real life he's technically still under the Thunder control, but they're going to part ways, and Melo's been talking to teams, notably the Rockets and the Heat. I'm going to leave him as a free agency. Very likely some team is going to pick him up, and when he actually signs, I'm going to have to move him somewhere. So that's an example of something that will certainly happen. I'm pretty sure Carmelo Anthony will get a contract somewhere. So yeah, other things real quick before we do the first game of the regular season. Slider settings, if you like the gameplay, I tried to go for as simulation as possible. Over the course of months, I've made quite a bunch of tweaks. That's probably too fast. I can go more slowly. And if you want to use these slider settings for your 2K gameplay, this is for you. Most of it is based off a slider set that I got shortly after the game first dropped. This is CPU now. and I just made modifications from there by being way too neurotic and perfectionist and wanting everything to be as realistic as possible, and making adjustments as I saw fit based on the quality of my team and different things that they were good at, and the team stats and individual stats that I was seeing. Some things can't be helped. For instance, there will always be too few turnovers, fouls, blocks, things like that. But I did the best I could. The ball isn't as bouncy as it is in real life, so guards get fewer rebounds than they do in real life, and the bigs get more rebounds than they do in real life. So the primary team that I was using these rosters on, or shaping these sliders on, was a second-year MyGM with the Dallas Mavericks, and Dirk Nowitzki had dropped even 5 points from where he was the previous season, so he was just a 75, and he had was having a career high in rebounding stats. So it goes. Rudy Gobert, I was able to get on that team. He was averaging 15 and a half. Can't fix everything, and I will do my best not to agonize about such things. Other things I want to show you real quick. If you're into rotation lineups like I am, this is the first one I will be doing, and I will be trying to be as realistic as possible. So, for instance, if Lonzo, for whatever reason, is not performing very well, his stats aren't very good, I feel like things aren't meshing, and Rondo's playing pretty well, then I might switch Rondo up to starter and Lonzo to bench. And I'll try to do that as coaches would do in real life, and that will help diversify things to get see different lineups, make different gameplay. And critically, I got this idea from Professor 2K Tweets. In the second quarter, you'll notice I have quite the small ball lineup with LeBron at center. And I think LeBron's played a little, there's, popped into games from time to time and played some center. So I think that could be super fun and potentially super broken. So we'll see how that goes. It is the 5 best players on the team, unless you want to debate Lonzo and Rondo. Lonzo, Caldwell Pope, LeBron, Kuzma, Ingram, LeBron is that lineup. Okay. So are there any under the hood or roster attribute sort of things I want to tell you before the first game? I don't think so. So let's do it. Let's do the first game of the LeBron Lakers era against the hometown Clippers.